live from Gene Autry Way. Welcome to Angel Stadium. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Angels. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. And getting to start for the Angels, Yusei Kikuchi. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy, but just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical when he's got it.
On the ground, Shanuel steps on the bag. 1 out in the top of the first. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. One guy leading the way offensively for this club right now, Jake Burger.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
Now the 0-1.
Inside, ball 1.
Swings and misses on the fastball up in the zone for the strikeout.
It gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis.
Young forced to get out of the way of the first pitch. This one in the air, center field, and that'll do it. We're midway in inning number 1. No score. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the mound for Texas in this one, Nathan Eovaldi. Singy, he's kind of a road warrior, yeah?
I definitely say so. You know, some guys shrink a little bit on the road. They're so used to just, you know, having the comforts of being at home and having the fans behind them. But this guy seems to thrive in adversity and being in some hostile environment. So when you have a player like this on your team that goes out there and competes, you definitely like your chances away from your home ballpark.
Nolan Shanuel, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
Ball 2.
Left field. Grabs it on the run. And there's 1 down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
Matthew Lugo now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. The 0-1. Eovaldi with a stellar run lately on the mound, really carving up lineups.
What do you got?
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first. Nope, he held back. Strike two.
Some pitchers can go out there and rip off a month or two of incredible starts. And right now, it looks like he's in one of those grooves. Really fun to watch.
Outside.
That one outside. Ball three. And a foul ball, he stays alive. And that's ball four.
That's ball four.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Didn't miss by too much, but it'll stay a ball. Still one challenge left for them. One out man at first. Now batting Joe Adell. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Off the batter's eye and gone. A two-run blast. His 23rd of the year. The Angels on the board first. It's 2-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Took on the good part of the yard for that home run and just barely got it over the wall. I thought for a second he brought it back out there too. Gave it a great effort, but you know, those plays are so tough to pull off. And I'm sure he'd love to have another shot at it.
One down. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. And that's in there at the knees. Foul ball. And they'll do it again. Two runs across in the inning here in the second game of the series. Swing and a miss, struck him out. 2 away.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Ball, that's out.
They've got him working a little harder in this first frame than he anticipated.
Fouls one off. 2-2. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses, and now 3-2. Got him. Inning over. 2-run shot for the Angels this inning. It's now a 2-0 ball game. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. Back here at Angel Stadium, top of the second. So the Los Angeles Angels are in real trouble about a third of the way into the season. I thought they'd be serious contenders. Singy, were we wrong about them?
No, I think there's still time to turn this around. Think of how the Nats did it in 2019. It can be done. But there's no doubt they put themselves deep underwater in the standings, and they've got a lot of ground to make up. Big few weeks coming. Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
And a 1-2. Stays alive. got him swinging.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Comes up empty.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Off to a strong start, Singy, as he's punched out 3 of the first 5 he's faced.
Well, he's definitely minimizing contact. He can get the swing and miss when he needs it, but he'll also keep the defense fresh behind him, allowing some balls in play as well.
Next to hit, Josh Smith. 2 down, nobody on.
Nope, that's inside.
Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 3. There's a strike.
Looks like a really good fastball today. You can hear that catcher's mitt pop it. Looking forward to hearing a lot of that one in this one.
That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
That's a ball. Hey!
That one's in there. That is strike 2.
Good zip on that fastball at the bottom of the zone. If he's there all day, it's going to be a tough one for the hitters.
Drilled in the air out towards right center. And that'll do it. Down to the bottom of the second. Angels 2 and the Rangers nothing. You're watching Rangers baseball on the show Texas. Back in Anaheim. So in now for the Angels, Yoan Moncada. And that is out of play. Moncada went deep in his most recent game. 0-1. And it's fouled away. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
No, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle, so I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
Josh Lowe, the next to hit for the Angels.
Ball inside.
Lowe launched a homer in his most recent game. And that's down and away. Tap foul at the plate. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And makes the grab. 2 away.
Batting 8th, catcher Logan O'Hoppe.
2 down, bases empty. And here's the catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
He really needs to start making more contact, striking out nearly twice in each of the last 5 games.
Swing and a ball lifted left field. That is the inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We head on down to the top of the 3rd. Angels 2 and the Rangers nothing. Back here at Angel
Leading off for
Stadium,
Texas,
new inning getting
catcher,
started. Danny Jansen stepping in for the Rangers. That's off
Ball
the
one.
mark, and that's ball one. Jansen with a homer in his last game.
That's ball two.
Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. That one fouled off. Got him swinging for the strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts.
You know, variant speeds can be just as useful for a pitcher as movement. As you see right there, it really wasn't a great location. But the fact that the velocity change had the hitter off balance, and that's all you got to do sometimes.
So next to hit for Texas, Evan Carter. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Way inside. The 1-2. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
So the Rangers batting order turns over. Here's Brandon Nimmo. And that clips the inside corner. Pop foul out of play off to the right. Goes down looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the third. Angels 2 and the Rangers nothing.
This is first class. This ain't roll call. Say I switched up. Say I'm closed off. Wasn't friends back then. I don't know y'all.
Back in Anaheim? Well, Cindy, we highlighted him in the open, nearly untouchable on the mound of late, but today, not so much.
Yeah, he's got to battle and try to gain that confidence back. A lot of game left in this one.
Kyren Paris, the leadoff batter as he swings through it for strike one. And a big swing and a miss.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Ball.
Swings through it for the K. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Angels, center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Matthew Lugo. He walked and came around to score his first time up. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Swings through that one for strike 2. Man at first, one away. Goes down looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Here's Joe Adell. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer his first time up. On a line. Tracks it down for the out. And that's the 3rd out. So 1 hit is all they get. 3 innings complete. Angels 2 and the Rangers nothing. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Hold on, wait a minute, we all just need a minute. The party been started, we all just need to finish. If I buy a chain, I'm doing it by myself. And I'ma get a pennant that say I'm independent. I'm a big man. You couldn't kick it with me even with a kickstand. Oh, you got big ideas? Well, I got a big plan. And I only take it up with the big man. This evolution will be televised. And I'm going out with a bang.
The other way, and he beats the shift. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Now he launches a throw over his head. No advance, though. Ball didn't get too far away.
Up next for the Rangers, third baseman.
Here's Josh Young. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind him. This is where they need to get going.
In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Kikuchi with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Next for the Rangers.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now it's Jake Burger to hit. Struck out swinging his first time. That clips the corner.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Tying run is at first. Top half of inning number 4. In the air out to center. Lugo on his way in. Nice grab on the run. And that is a big first out.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
2 aboard with 1 out. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. Base hit. And it gets by him. Runner around third. 1 runs in. And the stop sign goes up at third on the potential tying run.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front, lifted into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Josh Smith digs in now. 2 on, 1 out. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly nothing at 2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as...
Ripped into the gap, and both runs could score. 1 runs in, another comes in to score. 3-2, they take the lead.
It's a clutch at bat and could be one of the biggest ones of the game as they jump ahead by 1. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
One out, runner at second. Here is Jock Peterson.
Ball 1.
In for a strike, and it's 1-1. Still only 1 out here in the inning. 1-2 here.
That's a ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Rangers, catcher Danny Jansen.
Now it's Jansen to hit. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time.
Off the plate, ball 1.
And there's a strike.
Ball, that's out.
Smith at third with 2 away. That's off the inside corner. 3-1. Evan Carter in the on-deck circle for Texas. And that drops in for a strike. Battling here as he fouls it away. Payoff pitch. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Picks up strikeout number 7. But 3 score in the inning. 2 of them on this 2-run double. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Back in Anaheim, and now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Zach Neto.
Ball, that's out.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone. Grab off the middle. That's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Jorge Soler up at the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And that's
Nope,
off
that's a ball.
the inside edge. Ball 1. Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Saved in second, and that was not close. And the tying run is now in scoring position.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment, or players are going to be running all game.
Now one
That's
miss.
ball 3.
I almost feel like he's frustrated a little bit. He wants to be challenged.
Yoan Moncada up next for the Angels. No outs. Runner on second. And a swing and a miss.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one 95 to finish him off. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Here comes Yoan Moncada. He's 0 for 1. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
No, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Man at second.
Ball 2.
There's a swing and a miss.
Well, when those hitters count, sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
Boog, if you can set up a good two-strike splitter with a fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Josh Lowe, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 1 so far. Line drive, base hit. Here comes the runner. Here comes the throw. And it's offline. He will score. Back even. It's 3-3.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Go-ahead run on base. Logan O'Hoppe will hit next. And a foul ball. Lowe off of first with 2 away. And that is in for a strike. 0-2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Now a quick throw to first. And he's back in on a dive. The 0-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. And I want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. We're tied now with 3 apiece. Back here at Angel Stadium, we go to the top of the 5th. Evan Carter stepping in for the Rangers.
Ball, that's low. Ball, that's inside. Hey!
In the air to left center. Lowe should have this one. And there's one away.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder Brandon
Back to the
Nimmo.
top of the order. Now here is Brandon Nimmo. This one in the air center field. Lugo moving under this one. Out number 2. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
Shortstop, Corey Seager.
Now it's Corey Seager. 1 for 2.
Ball 1.
Off the
Ball
mark
2.
there. And the count now 2-0. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th.
Has been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at bat.
In the air, right field. And that is that. 3 up, 3 down that time. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Bottom of the inning. So in now for the Angels, Kyren Paris. He was late there, strike 1.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Ball.
That one finds the zone. Now 1-2.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Fights it off. He'll see another. One and two now. In the air, right field. Nimmo on the move, reaching for it, and breaks it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Back to the top of the Angels lineup. Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit. Inside, ball one. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Next for the Angels, Matthew Lugo. That clips the inside corner for a strike. One away, tie game. Go-ahead run stands at first. Swing and a ground ball.
Foul ball.
Down the line, and it's foul. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout.
Well, a well-thrown splitter is going to do exactly that. Get you off balance, thinking it's a fastball. Very similar to a changeup, but oftentimes a split's going to have even more downward movement with more velocity. Good pitch.
Go-ahead run on base. Joe Adell, the next to hit for the Angels. He's already homered in this game.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That one fouled hard the other way. Swing and a miss as he gets him to chase upstairs.
That looked like a case of deciding to swing no matter what. That pitch was way up. Nice job of the pitcher knowing that this hitter's looking for something up that he can drive, but he just expanded the zone to his advantage.
To first, and that will end the inning. Angels leave one, so no change in the score. It's 3-3. Back here in a close one, and a look now at some of the biggest plays from the game. Josh Young
Leading off
stepping in for the Rangers.
Third baseman, Josh Young.
Out towards right center field. Adell on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. One pitch and one out.
Up next for the Rangers, first baseman, Jake Burger.
So digging in, Jake Burger. Check swing called strike. That's strike one. And that one is lifted in the air. 2 down.
Up next for the Rangers, left fielder Wyatt.
Up next for the Rangers, Wyatt Langford. Yeah, that's fouled off. All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one ripped right center field. Way back there, it's got a chance. That one opts against the fence. In with the double, and the go-ahead runs at second with 2 out.
2 hits for him in this one, both for extra bases. Got to feel good about that. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Josh Smith getting ready to hit.
A chance for more damage right here. A couple of RBIs for him in his last AB.
Trying to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. Inside, almost got him.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Man on second, 2 down. And now he's filled up.
3-1 count. Saying to himself, I've got to get a fastball here. Just spins a get-me-over breaking ball. Bring the count full.
Out to short, Neto. And the inning is over. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. This is Rangers baseball. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Carter Baumler.
Well, he's been hit pretty hard at times this season, as you see with the big ERA. So this is an important outing for him to get on the right track.
Zach Neto getting ready to hit. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Josh Spores getting loose out there. Brazier also getting ready. That one out to right. Nimmo on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Angels, designated hitter Jorge.
Now it's the DH for the Angels, Jorge Soler, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
He's bagging. Give me that pitch one more time. A hanging changeup just out in front.
Here comes the 0-1. On the ground, out to short. Fires in time.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent
Up next
pace.
for the Angels, third baseman
And now Yoan Moncada. In the air, center field. And that is that. Nothing doing here this half. 7th inning coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, number 70.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Here's Jock Peterson.
For the Rangers, the designated hitter Jock Peterson.
Pull, that's inside.
called a strike. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Ball 2.
This one in the air, center field. Lugo under it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Rangers, catcher Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. 2 away now.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Carter
That's a
at
ball.
the plate now. That's ball 1. On the ground to third. That ends the frame. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. Score remains tied at 3. Set for the last half of the 7th. So in now for the Angels, Josh Lowe. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
On the mound, you take a note. You see the hitter's willingness to chase that pitch upstairs, get deeper in the count, and try to climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone.
Ball.
In the air, left field. Langford drifts towards it. 1 away.
Up next for the Angels, catcher Logan.
So up next, Logan O'Hoppe.
He's a big, strong guy, can untie this game with one swing.
And a foul ball. Swings over the top of that one. All tied up here at the bottom of the 7th. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. And they get it. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Angels, second baseman.
And the Rangers manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Carter Baumler is done, and it's a tie ball game as he heads for the dugout. Back with a new arm after a quick break.
Now pitching for
Josh Spores comes on now. He's making his second appearance of the season. Kyren Paris, the next to hit for the Angels. And a swing and a miss.
Nope. That's inside.
Late with the swing there. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. 2 down, nobody on. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. And the Angels are gone in order. Still tied 3-3. Back in Anaheim, we go to the 8th. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that is ball 1. There's a strike at the knees. And here's a challenge. That looked like it missed to me. Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. So they get to hang on to their second challenge. The changeup missing. And now 3-0.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
And the 3-0 finds the zone. And that one fouled off. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, one of the things that hitters will do is they'll look for that red dot on the baseball as it's coming in to let them know what the pitch is. And if they see the red dot, it's typically a slider. But when a guy's got a really tight one with high spin rates, very difficult to determine. And that's probably why we saw a swing and miss right there. Just a nasty pitch.
Hit in the air out to center field. Lugo under it. And there are 2 down. At the plate, Josh Young, 1 for 3. Slice the other way and foul. 2 down, nobody on, and we're at the top of the 8th. That one finds the zone. No balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. And that is that. So they make short work of them there. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Ryan Brazier. So back to the top of the order. Stepping in, Nolan Shotwell. There's the strike. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. Jacob Junis preparing to come on if needed. That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
The 0-2. Foul tip, and he hangs on. That's a strikeout.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's what he definitely should have laid off on.
Matthew Lugo will hit next.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
In the air, right field. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Angels, right fielder.
And next for LA, Joe Adell. He's already homered here in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. Two down, nobody on. Swinging a foul back, and that's out of play. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. It's the Rangers 3 and the Angels 3. Back here at Angel Stadium, we go to the ninth. Jake Burger stepping in for the Rangers.
0-1.
On the inside corner for a strike.
Getting a little frustrated with the strike zone. That's a really good take.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. That one misses. And now it's 3-2.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Now, here is Wyatt Langford. Right through there for a strike.
And I know you want to be patient as a hitter, but you got to be ready to jump on the first thing straight. And he got one right there, but left the bat on his shoulder.
All tied up here at the top of the ninth. And fouled off.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Got him swinging for the kill. Pulled the string of the changeup.
Well, you see him trying to pull that inside pitch right there, and that's not the kind of approach that you want to have. Even if you do get to it, it's going to be very difficult to keep it fair. You're just going to make it a long strike at best. You have to be able to stay within the baseball on the inside of that path to it, and that way, if you're a little quick, the ball gets hit hard somewhere, and it's not foul.
Next up for Texas, Josh Smith. Two down, nobody on. And that'll do it. It's the ninth, and we are tied. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Jacob Junis. He has a great slider with tons of movement. And the batter will be the shortstop, Zach Neto. Slider right there. Bullpen action for the Rangers. Chris Martin, the closer of the staff, is throwing. Wynn getting loose as well. 0-1 now. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And the 0-2. Tapped on the ground softly to short. Seager sends it to first. A huge out to start the bottom of the ninth.
You expect to see shortstops make great plays, and it's especially important in a big moment like that. Nicely done.
Jorge Soler now at the plate. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. Gets him to chase after that one.
fooled on that pitch, got a little anxious.
On a line out towards center. Brings it in, and that quickly 2 away.
Good piece of hitting right there. Nice hard line drive to the outfield. You're trying to get on base, represent that go-ahead run. Can't hang your head on that at all.
Here is Moncada, a pair of strikeouts, and he's flying to center.
Ball, that's down.
Two down, nobody on. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Hard ground ball, base knock. And now the winning run is on base.
Well, here we go. Winning run is on base with 2 away. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from. And there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's the left fielder, Josh Lowe. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and that will end the inning. So they can't come up with the winning run, and that means we'll have to go a little longer here tonight to find a winner. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Sam. And that's in for a strike. Fought off foul. Man at second. Sets him down looking.
Well, there's a 3-pitch strikeout. He can do whatever he wants with the baseball right now.
So a change being made out at second. The pinch runner for the Rangers, Michael Hellman, getting a little more speed out there. He represents the go-ahead run. Jansen up to bat next, lays off for a ball.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Swing and a foul out of play. Swings through that one out in front that time.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. And hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a ball and 2 strikes. That one missed. 1 out. The go-ahead run is at second. Struck him out looking. Jansen thought that one missed, and here comes a challenge. Barely a hair out of his zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep their remaining challenge. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The Rangers with the go-ahead run standing at second here in extra innings. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
He's making things difficult for himself right now out there on the mound, but you know his confidence should still be high enough to get out of this, but he's going to have to buckle down right here.
On the ground, and that's a base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead it in the 10th.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and we'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Nimmo in the box lays off for ball 1. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield, runner at first base, get 2, get out of this.
Now a pop-up on the infield. And there's 2 down. to the plate in this high leverage spot.
Ball in.
First and second, 2 down. Here in extra innings.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. That's ripped into the outfield. And that'll do it. 1 run in the inning, but they lead 2. Last chance to even things up. We head to the bottom of inning number 10. It's the Rangers 4 and the Angels 3. This is AL West action on MLB The Show. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Chris Martin.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be...
On to the bottom of the 10th. Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. Swings and misses. That's strike 1.
Well, in this situation with the runner on second, you've got to get him up to third. Think back up the middle or to right field.
Slap the other way, foul. So the tying run at second. Outside. Now 1-2.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
In the air to left center. Brings it in. Runner tags at second.
Up next for the Angels.
So it's their last chance in this one. Now it's the Angels leadoff man, Nolan Shotwell. Trying to deliver as the hero. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw to first in time, and this one is over. The Rangers take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
After 4 wins in a row, you start to think a little bit that you're on a roll, and that's the momentum that just takes on a life of its own. Players start hitting up and down the lineup. You never know who's going to come up with the big hit, who's going to come out of the bullpen and get the big outs, but it's a good feeling, and you want to extend it.
4-3 our final score, a 1-run extra inning win for Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Shelby. Thanks for joining us.